This is Erin. I'm just going to talk a little bit about how I'm going to be incorporating gaming. Some people know, but some don't know. I started a nonprofit called JOHO, which stands for Joy of Helping Others. And I've been working on my curriculum, and I've narrowed the nonprofit down to 3 focus groups. So there's art, media, and cultural expression. And one of the ways that I'm incorporating gaming into the curriculum is through my media class. So my media class is going to teach any type of advanced technology, anything having to do with gaming, communication, computer literacy, just the basic skills. But this is just showing people that may not have the money and can't afford to actually have a computer. They can come to the center and they can learn, you know, all the things that we learn and all the different types of Web 2.0 tools that are free to us. They're going to be open to the public so that, you know, everyone has a chance and opportunity to learn these great programs, and, you know, how we're using them, they can actually use them in their lives as well. So
that is really cool.
Yeah, that is awesome.
That is. Lasharn here, Amaryllis. And right now, as you all know, I think, I'm out of work. But I did start homeschooling my daughter and this year. And so far, I haven't really used any of the gaming for instruction. I mean, every program or every game that we had to use, she's been like peeking over my shoulder saying, "Can I get that? Can I get that?" This is like, she loves this. But the only thing that I can say that I have used so far was the Go Animate, and it's not really a gaming tool, but we used it in developing our create an assessment. So what I did was, one lesson that we worked on was complete subjects and complete predicates, simple subject, simple predicate. And basically I just had her create her own animation at the end of the lesson using what the skills that she just learned.
Oh, that's a good idea. I like that.
Yeah. I'm going to continue, though, to pull from the things that we're learning in the class to try and reinforce what she's learning, because I don't want it to be boring for her, especially since it's at home and she's the only student.
Right.
It's great. Your daughter's lucky.
She is.
Very cool.
It's a blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
I'm sure it can be, yes.
What would you change, if anything, in the course? One thing that I wish that we got more of in the course was more practical application in our classroom. It seems like we spend a lot of time playing games, but then if we spent some more time exploring how World of Warcraft could help our classroom, help our lesson plans, or how taking a Dungeons and Dragons module and transforming that to fit in with our content, I would have liked to have spent a little bit more time on that. In fact, I wish we actually just watched some videos on World of Warcraft and not actually had to come in and play the game, because, like I said, I have an addictive personality, and
so do I.
Yes.
Now I'm really interested in going further in the game. I'm at level 7, and I want to get up to level 8 so I can get a new spell, and and then I want to get up to level 10.
All right. All right.
So
it would be great, but who has the time? Like I said, yeah.
Exactly.
So
if we watched
my
the
characters,
video on World of Warcraft or something, and then talked about how we can incorporate that into our instruction. So I really think we should have just had a little bit more practical application.
I came into this class thinking that I was going to learn more about design. I don't have a technical background. I'm an elementary school teacher. Then I got my master's in special education. So I thought I was going to learn how to actually do some coding and the technical side of it all. So it's not that I'm disappointed, but I would like to have learned a little bit more of that. And the other thing that I wanted to say about the class is that I think Dr. Siegel's new approach to teaching it as a game, in-game format, would be much better received, because I can understand that these, Clark and G, they have all these theories and they're experts in their field, but because it's not something that I can really relate to on a personal level, I still think I have that wall up. So I think if you came into this course and it was a game, from the very beginning, it would open. I think I would have been much more receptive, more willing to try to find time to do the gaming. I just think my outlook would have been better.
Right. That's a good
Possibly,
idea.
yes. Yes.
I would just like to close out with my what would I change? I think the thing that I would change more, I wanted to have more discussion with other people in the class and understand gaming from different perspectives, because I know we all come from different backgrounds and we all have different motivations for why we do what we do, especially when it comes to gaming. I wanted to dive deeper into our reading and how it applies to game theory and motivational learning. And again, like you said, Joe, you know, how we can really apply this to our teaching as a whole. Because I think if I would have learned, you know, different perspectives from every teacher and every instructor in this room, then I could walk away with more insight, you know, and your opinions do matter. I think, you know, because I don't have a traditional classroom, I'm learning from the people who've been there and done that. And I wanted to have more interaction and discussion with everyone else. So I think if there's anything I can change, that would be the one thing.
That's a good
Yep.
idea. Yeah, I agree.
And you know, they do have us split up into sections.
Oh, yes.
Why can't he create a wiki or a blog?
Or any of them.
Anything like that.
Since we were the
And
first...
share.
Okay, settle down.
Okay, but since we were the first group that was split into sections, right? You know, all of them.
Yeah.
So that we could interact more.
Yeah.
Instead of feeling
All classes.
so cut off like I am from the rest of you.
But you know
I
what,
miss
guys?
you.
This is Amarilla speaking. I'm such the opposite. Like, I wouldn't mind not ever using that little video camera in the laptop. When we had the first winter session, and he's like, "Okay, hook up your video." I'm like screaming inside. No, I like the you know, anonymity, and I like to be left alone.
And that's fine.
So,
Let me type or speak like this.
But it's pulling me out of my comfort zone. So
Right. Yes.
this is
I
a good
totally
piece.
agree.
Yeah, that's true.
With my PJs too, don't worry.
I'm still in my school clothes, so.
All right, so let's move on to the last one.
Yes.
Erin?
What was my favorite part of the course? I think my favorite part of the course was 4, and I think because it was so user-friendly, and you know, an 8-year-old can jump on and create his own character, his or her own character, and basically manipulate this character to do whatever they wanted. And then it was animated, and when the music played, it danced. I think it was very interactive, and I think based on my profession and what I'm trying to do, something that's super interactive is important, because I'm going to be teaching people that know little or nothing about computers. A lot of them don't even know what a mouse is or how to move a mouse. So, you know, it has to be the basics of the basics. And, you know, with it being so basic, it's easier for me to teach it to them. And then once they get in, since it's so user-friendly, it's easier for them to become motivated to play it and understand it, and then, you know, tell their friends about it. So,
Right. And it is user-friendly. You know, a 5-year-old to... I had such a hoot with it myself, and I'm 54. You know, so it just crosses that age thing so well. Everyone just can enjoy that and have so much fun with it. My 7th graders were hysterical to watch creating their little creatures. They're just having so much fun, and it's great because they are engaged. Well, my favorite part of the course, besides the spore, was the create an adventure, because I used Go Animate, and which was fun to use. But I used my 7th grade honors class as my critique group. They looked at the very early part of it and said, this could be really cool, but you need to extend it out. It's too short. It goes by too fast. And then when I was done, they have been anxiously awaiting my grade on it. What did you get? What did you get? They love it, and they would love to actually participate in it. And I feel bad that I can't create the interactive game. out of it that they want so much. They actually want to go on this quest for the coordinating conjunctions, which is amazing. But I can't create the game, so I feel bad about that. But I did let them know that I got an A on it, and they were really, really happy.